Hello, hello, folks. Happy Saturday and all that. Hope you're all okay. I'll be with you in 2 moments. So, to recap, we were going to be doing the Resident Evil 7 series, and then I was painfully reminded pretty much by the Digital Foundry stream from the other night that I have still got part 2 of the N64 version, the Seamless HD project, which is done using the Project 64 emulator. This is the same backgrounds that the Seamless HD team did for the Dolphin version, soon to be, I say soon in inverted commas, coming to the Source Next PC versions, and a very skilled developer also made it work with the N64 version of Resident Evil 2, which increases, for me personally, its replayability tenfold now, because as much as like the N64 version is a well featured version of the game in terms of like the EX files, the randomizer and things like that, the production value being, albeit impressive for the technology it's on, not a terribly enjoyable one when I go back to it. Like, I like to play Resident Evil 2 looking and sounding as best as it can do, and the N64 version really is not the best, from its impressive given it's a cart. But when you've seen like the Source Next versions of these FMVs and you go down to 15 frames a second, botched aspect ratio and things like that, it's the N64 version. It's an interesting little experiment. It was technically incredible, but it's not something. It's the version of the game I probably revisit the least, which is a shame because, as we've discussed before, the EX files and stuff are ace. They're really good. Nice connective tissue between a lot of the games. So we did Claire A last time, which was a mistake because one of the files is in the Irons' chamber, which means I'm going to have to backtrack as Leon, unfortunately. So we'll get going anyway. So yeah, Leon B. Shake some rust off. Hope everyone's okay. Happy Saturday. And we're drinking, of course, Saturday.
In escaping from the city,
welcome.
Along with one of the only other survivors, a young girl named Sherry.
Hello to the Oracle Dragon AJ, Happy, hello, and Mish, welcome. N64 stream right on time.
Survivor of the Raccoon City Police Department, Leon S. Kennedy.
Now, I can't remember last time, if anyone else can, whether we did we dispatch Brad? Did we actually spawn him last time? It was that long ago, I honestly can't remember. In fact, I think we did, because I seem to remember running through it with Claire's Angel Studios outfit, didn't we? AJ, it's alright, mate, no worries. Welcome to this one. Thank you for joining. It's because of things like this FMV that I just can't call this version the best version of RE2. I just can't. It hurts too much. As an audio-visual enthusiast, I admire the fact that this is technologically impressive given the storage medium the game was shipped on. But beyond that, it's weird seeing N64 try to clean itself up here visually. Yeah, she sounds a bit crunchy. That's the glorious N64 compression. Gets better when you get into the game a little bit, but certainly for the FMVs.
What's up with that guy? That was his green hair. I'm running out of ammo here.
Do you remember when you used to download your latest movie game, you know, your latest movie trailer in like shocking 360p QuickTime or whatever, just so you could watch it on your PC at home instead of being at a cinema?
There. Buckle up.
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went insane.
360p would be like a Blu-ray in comparison to this. Yeah, it's. We've just been so spoiled by how good the Source Next FMVs are in recent years. I mean, you know, which is your favourite pixel?
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
I remember searching for this exact thing on YouTube like 15 years ago, and it loaded like 3 seconds at a time. Ouch, yeah. Back when we were all on dial-up.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
And on this day, Leon crashes his first vehicle in Resident Evil.
Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Anybody been watching McBauer and Co. slay the denizens of Resident Evil 5's Mercs? The DeLorean. Gotta get the first one over here. Here we go. So this is Merc's diary, Merc's log, and this is basically just the same file that ye get in Resident Evil 3. There's no changes to it that I'm aware of. But look, N64 version models in high quality backgrounds. You will see some slight glitching because the emulator can't get past the resolution changes, which is why you get that slight corruption. I mean, come on, Leon. Sonny's having some technical difficulties. Happy. I think AJ might agree with me. I seem to think he might agree with me. AJ, forgive me if I'm. I actually prefer Resident Evil 5 with the filter on. Unfortunately. Oh yeah, we had this last time, didn't we? Yeah, remind me. It's because of how it captures. This happened last time, AJ. Just bear with. I've got to use it with the alternate capture. So just one moment. Just sorry, go nice and close up. I've just got two. I've got to do a window capture. I think it's just the quirky way in which it's the quirky way in which the OBS captures the game. For some reason I don't get the screen tearing, but the way it streams it does, so you just see the window jitter about a little bit. Let me know if, because it did this last time. Let's see, hopefully you guys won't get it. For me, playing on the N64 is about the weird characters. Some character models look alright. They don't look too bad. There's something here, Isimus. It's an album on CD. N64 RE2 is an album on cassette. It's fair though. It's fair, and the sound compression only lends itself to that. It's interesting to see it a little less radiation wash. Absolutely, yeah. It's an interesting look at RE5, but I do think tonally the aesthetic of the game is lost. The oppressive colour palette, I think, really lends itself. And as AJ says, yeah, it's part of its visual identity. No tearing now, yeah. Mr. Spencer, sorry. Zero, welcome. Hello, sir. Yep. Forgive me. So, quirky N64 change here. To save compression on the cart, this following FMV actually has the first few frames which show your character cut, so they could just reuse it twice. So you usually get Leon and Claire coming up the steps, and then they hear the chopper, turn around, and like, but they trim that so they can reuse this clip twice across both scenarios, which makes sense. I can't tell who that is. There's so many pixels. This version of Elliot doesn't look like you at all. I can't remember, you know, how it was even determined that this was Elliot. I really can't remember. I don't even think... Does anywhere... Is it the archives that captions him as Elliot then? I know it is Elliot, but I can't remember throughout the years of discourse and whatnot how it ever was decided that was the wikis say, well, absolutely. Both Heartbreaker. Souls, trust me, dude. Yeah, that is a bit too much in this community. I don't even remember when I found out. Yeah, it was in recent years, Happy, absolutely. Forgive me if I'm terrible. I get very rusty at times with this. I was 11 when this game came out, gosh. 14, I think, for me. It's 8, oh my god, you lot. Thank you very much. Start my history degree in October. Congratulations. I will follow your career with great interest. I was 4 happy. No. 4. So like 90, born in 96, would that be? 97? Happy wasn't even born when RE1 came out. No! Allow me to just knock back a few of these, thank you. You lot, I don't need to hear this. These shenanigans. Okie dokie, mate. No problem. 1994. RE2 wasn't 90. Oh, sorry. This version was like end of 99, 2000. Is what I meant. So yeah, RE2 was 98. Yeah. I was 6 years old. It's a proper. Oh, please don't say that, Mish. It's not a properly old series. I need to just work out quickly. Ooh, save states. Just because we know how finicky emulation is, and I don't want to I don't want to have to reset progress or anything like that. Right, here we go. Here is the superior tyrant, ladies and gentlemen. No fucking hat in sight. My interpretation is off a little. God, you guys. Was that actually any of you in the chat born in like in the 1980s? Anyone? What a game changer for the second scenario this was, though, wasn't it? Come on, the first time, especially if you didn't know about. I mean, I unfortunately knew about this mechanic, regrettably. People had told me. I was a bit, like I say, I was a bit of a latecomer to some of these games by choosing the Saturn path in the mid '90s. So I wasn't actually able to play RE2 as quickly as some of my PlayStation friends, and of course, quite a few people had already blurted to me that this was the thing of the second scenario. But I mean, I can imagine if you didn't know about it, what a belter that must be. Box logo killer, hello, welcome. Mish with the Stellar emote. Imagine buying a set and it was glorious. Oh, as if there's two. As if there's two. No. The music stings got me good, yep. Ink ribbon. Oh, great, yep. This is what happens when you just pick up every herb you see. Let's go. You didn't expect games to have interconnected scenarios, absolutely. So ahead of its time for that. Lickers everywhere. Oh my god, D-pad controlling. Ah. I'm not playing with the 3D controls that the N64 version obviously had, which was incredibly neat at the time. Obviously only the Outbreak games and then Remake and Zero HD have that. I don't know about the Secretary Diary. Let's bin some of these items off. I remember, this is like if hunters were running around at the start of the mansion, yeah. I remember just so many people being totally thrown by the opening screen of this game, which was all the zombies in the street. And so many people I know just died because the initial instinct was to try and fight, and it was just absolute game over. It's kind of like how the director's cut version was. It really fucked with your expectations, absolutely. And it's great that I found Madhouse and RE7 does the same thing. going quicker than I thought. Let's just go and get me my medallion. Did you happen to catch it? Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was a great stream. I said to Alex this morning actually that I thought it was a wonderful little stream. Of course, they always save me some bullets at the expense of some health. Yeah, if there's anyone with sort of a passive interest in the games and then aren't fully up to date on a lot of the behind the scenes stuff with the series, Alex's book is a valuable asset to anybody's collection. I'd love to see how many copies of RE2 on the N64 were produced in comparison to most N64 games. Yeah. Probably. I forgot you get the shotgun this early. Ooh. Which means I can go out and dispatch Brad straight away. How do you even safely lower yourself onto that ladder? I mean, obviously, purist thoughts aside, the new stairways they've put either side of the hall do make a lot more sense than the incredibly bizarre ladder. Hey, I want to go up to the reception room. Sure, just use this ladder behind me. The door unlock sound is beautiful, absolutely. And because I can't do anything about this, guys, I can't do anything about it. Just don't judge me, is all I ask you. It's also worth coming out this way because you get Brad's file. The new hall is good. It makes sense, and that's the most important thing. Alas, Brad, we knew you well. No! It's that monster in the black suit again. Why does that thing keep chasing me? What did I do? This must be someone's sick idea of a joke. If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have left the Stars team a long time ago. But whining won't help me now. I know I'm finished. Oh, in my hometown, Delucia, I bet the flowers are in bloom. If I could only see them once more before I die. Brad Vickers. Yeah, don't do it until you've got the shotgun. Happy, just spawn him, run into the station, get the shotgun, and then one shot. Delucia is such an anime name. It's probably a real place, I don't know. Or is it one of the RE series fictional hometowns? He's so strong because the only thing you can have with Brad is just hope that you get the lunge early on. And at least Claire gets the grenade launcher, although he's still pretty resistant to the grenade launcher. Oh, no auto aim. Oh god, actually I should have checked. Answers on a postcard if you can remember the N64 safe number. What is it? 45, 46 is it? 45, 42. I hate auto aim. I just hate how lazy it makes you when you don't have it. You expect it all the time and disastrous. Time Crisis 7, The Kingdom of Zelucia. I'd play it. You've got to love that no matter how photorealistic it is. Oh, you don't always put auto aim. No, I don't like auto aim mish generally. And in certain games, I find it disastrous. You need, if only you could turn it off in 0, you'd have like next to no issues with the bat boss. But because the game forces auto aim on you, it's just disastrous. Saturn version didn't have auto aim, so I couldn't rely on it. Well, certainly not the PAL version anyway. I never had that as a backup, unfortunately. I don't even know if that's saving properly. We'll assume it is. Hopefully I won't need the save states, but you never know. Going from 3 back to 2 was so hard without the auto aim. I bet oh no, I like the quick 80, the 180 turn. I especially like it obviously in the Source Next version that Gemini did, because obviously he's patched tactical reloading in and 180-degree turns through a dark age between CVA. He kind of went through a dark age between CV and 4. Yeah. It was just the uncertainty of what the direction that the games are going in, more than anything. No more 1969. Does a 180-degree turn break RE2? No, not at all. It's a quality of life. Ooh. It's a quality of life improvement more than it is anything. The tactical reloading doesn't really do it any harm either. Now, is there an item down there? There is an item down here. Bullets. Always particularly love this room, all the papers and chalkboards, and isn't it basically a recreation of the one of the RoboCop operations rooms? Like, same layout and everything. I don't think 180 turn breaks RE1. Knife on a shoulder button does all that damage, yeah. I kind of don't mind finding ways to break RE1 because things like the hunters and their iframes are so bad. That it's nice to have something that swings in your favour a little bit. No, this is the HD mod. If you were to turn it off, it would be Leon's classical portrait picture. You can't toggle on the N64 version like you can on the Dolphin version, unfortunately. But yeah, if I could show you, it would just be Leon's normal portrait. Hunter iframes are the worst. Yeah, but it's what makes them famous. Right, I'm just going to have to just depart for 1 minute. So I'm going to leave this music playing, and I want you all in the chat to decide in the comments which version of Leon's costume we're going to have. Are we going to have leather jacket or stars costume? Choose now. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Hi guys, sorry about that. We are back. Right. So, what have people said? Leather jacket is actually consistent for him. Raccoon City Ranger. Leather jacket or stars? I'm only familiar with a single. Well, bearing in mind the N64 version is different, so let's have a look. So, we'll do this one first. We'll do the leather jacket first. Oh, he doesn't even get a leather jacket, does he? He gets like this, whatever this is, some sort of leather waistcoat and a headband. His quirky aiming. So obviously these costumes are exclusive to the N64 version. This stupid sexy Leon Happy is dismissing it straight away. I'm trying to impress Claire. Yeah, that headband. Yeah, I don't really know what that is, but yes, we'll go. I'll show you the other one, and then you can make an informed decision. So Leon's Stars flak jacket, Stars logo, and cap, and he aims traditionally. It does seem to be a faster turn. That seems ridiculously fast. It is Striker from Mortal Kombat, absolutely. Yeah, he looks exactly like Striker from Mortal Kombat. Happy Nemesis sounds. It's quite a nice high quality texture on that Stars logo, actually. What I'm doing, I'm sticking with the Stars outfit, folks. I don't know, Mish. I wouldn't say the original Leon outfits, and this game is not the shining star when it comes to alternate costumes. To be honest, Claire's is pretty good. The original version. So I'm just bloody running around. Which way am I going? Oh, I know there's going to be inventory issues if I don't park this gem in here. N64 exclusive stuff. So yeah, 16 EX files that we're collecting as part of this run. It has a randomizer mode which only randomizes the sort of ammo and health pickups. It doesn't randomize the puzzles or anything like that. It has a blood colour option. A couple of cosmetic changes which hopefully we'll get to later, but for the most part it is the same game sans the EX battle mode. N64 Claire art is weird. Body down the middle joint. That wasn't aware. I have to look. Kendo, hello. It does have the Hunter corpse in the lab, yeah, which we should see on this run. Is it safe to say Hunk's team caused all this mess? It's definitely sped it up, but I think as things like the Dead Factory show, Raccoon was always doomed, essentially. It was only a matter of time. Seamless HD project, window, canon. Why is the Hunter model in the code that... Well, I don't know, to be honest. Nice seamless HD project edition is the text on the plaque where it actually matches the puzzle for a change. These statues are very Devil May Cry. Come here. Has anyone pushed a box like that one? I actually haven't, but I will do next time. Absolutely. I didn't time that. That sucked. Sorry. I need to get more confident. Box Logo Killer, thank you very much for the follow and welcome. If you are not familiar with the Resident Evil podcast, please check us out. We've just released an episode today with CVX Freak as a guest and discussing Infinite Darkness, which safe to say is not the shining star of the series, let's say. Ah, brilliant, thank you very much. Are those backgrounds, the N64 backgrounds, given the same treatment as the GameCube ones? That it's literally the Seamless HD project backgrounds for the GameCube version, just using texture replacement that the Project 64 emulator allows you to do. Batman is a legend. He is, absolutely, thank you. Have you ever tried hard mode on the PC version? I haven't. And Selfish Gene obviously made the video for the podcast YouTube, the Nightmare mode. I really, really do need to try it because people have said it's great. So this isn't the new upscale of this background that they've done. I'm not going to bother getting the Rebecca picture today. Everybody's seen it. It's tough. Apparently it's a little bit easier with Leon because the decaps with the shotgun still work, but Claire has a really rough time, I understand. Did Capcom not want to port over the Nightmare mode into the GameCube port? No idea. The GameCube version was based around the PlayStation 1 version. So it's a shame certain things in later revisions of the game don't carry over to that. Right, we should have, if I click this desk, Rebecca's report. It's there, I can see it. See what Rebecca's got to say. On July 23rd, hey, you'll have to forgive the spelling error here. On July 23rd, an MP vehicle was found inside the Arklay Mountains. Corpses of MP members and an unidentified body were found near the vehicle. According to the information from military authorities, the unidentified body was identified as former ensign Billy Cohen, who was sentenced to the death penalty following a court-martial on July 22nd. While Cohen was on transfer via Navy MP escort, they have experienced some sort of accident. Corpses were severely mauled, apparently torn apart by unidentified wild animals. The following day we returned to the location to recover the bodies, but they were nowhere to be found. Military authorities... The following day? Well, so literally after the mansion had just blown up, they just went, oh hey, can we just divert back over here? Military authorities requested that they hand over Cohen's body as proof for his death, but due to the circumstances described above, it would be a difficult task to recover the corpse. I am requesting that this case be temporarily closed until further notice. Rebecca, covering his tracks. Billy from RE0, yep, and obviously you have to bear in mind, you can clearly see through the seamless HD version, Marty McFly, Doc and Clara Clayton. So this version of the game was November 1999 in America, I think. 1999, 4 years before Resident Evil 0 would actually be released upon the world. Obviously Zero's development was interesting. It was originally destined to be the N64 on an N64 title, so the gap would have been less, and this file was directly tied into it. Amusingly, this file now kind of reveals what Rebecca did about Billy upon their return. Back to the Future reference. It was in the original game, but the seamless HD version clears it up a bit. I think we're going to get Sherry now, won't we?
Hey, wait!
Oh God, it's the story of my life. Inventory. I tell you. I kind of prefer the Stars Office and RE2 remakes. Fair. A lot of the design changes and whatnot in the remake make sense.
Leon!
Claire, you made it!
Neat.
Yeah. Have you
seen a little girl around here?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
So that's her Angel Studios
I'll go look for her.
outfit.
You go and find us a way out of here.
Great. Great. I watch X-Men, I hear Claire. Now I watch Resident Evil. I hear Jubilee, yep. Obviously we're going to get Mystique in a bit, as we've discussed before. Jubilee was good. She's really good. Got a lot of depth and has a journey over the series. The X-Men '92 series, man. You don't need me to sell how good that is. Everybody knows. Alison brings such warmth to a character. She does, yeah. There's not enough adulations you can bestow upon Alison Court for her time with this series. Simply sublime. You know, while I'm here, I'm gonna go and do it. I'm gonna take the pain of wading through these liquors. I say wading because that's essentially what it's going to be. Get friggin' stun locked by him. Getting the X-Men into the MCU is going to be very interesting. What avenue they go down to do that. Because, yeah, you're either going to have to do multiverse shenanigans, you're going to have to pretend they were always part of the MCU but just never got referenced, or you're going to have to dramatically update some of the characters like Magneto and have his experiences with genocide brought up to date with more either fictional conflicts or more modern events than World War II. And I don't know how that would go down with a lot of sort of purist X-Men fans, of which I would say I'm, of. That would be, in all honesty, Mish, God, I would actually prefer they do that. To be honest, I'd actually have Marvel's X-Men separate to the MCU, but I don't think they'll resist the opportunity to do all. Whoa! I've just lost my earphone. Just lost my earphone, guys. I don't think they'll resist the temptation for shenanigans. Yeah, I genuinely just don't think they can resist shenanigans. with that. You know, and nor should they really. For those watching, wondering why the pace is lethargic, this isn't a speed run or anything like that. It's just a casual run, and I forget things, and I'm, you know, endlessly rusty at these games. They should tie in Capcom at this point. Tyrant versus Thanos. Oh, Marvel versus Capcom. I really hope those digital Eclipse rumours are true about MVC2. It'd be neat if that got a re-release on modern formats. There's not a person in this world who wouldn't want a re-release of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You were very good at all the MVC games, Zero. Let's just have a game of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm not bad at it. I like to think I'm pretty good. And then one Doctor Doom Infinite combo later, and I was done playing MVC with Zero here. Oh, this fucking stun locks. Triple decap. That's what professional speedrunners can get all the time when they don't suck like this. So I can't play Street Fighter. The thing is, I would say on a technical level, Happy, MVC2 is way more technical than Street Fighter. So the fact that if you can play MVC2, I would say you're more than able to transfer that skill back to Street Fighter. Doctor Doom had just that horrible infinite. And truth be told, people don't like to admit it, but truth be told, ooh. Fringe Philosopher resubscribed. Thank you, sir, and welcome. Great episode of the podcast covering Infinite Darkness. Thank you. You've listened to that quick because it was only put out this afternoon. MVC was more fun than Street Fighter. It is. It's definitely more of. I don't. You know, you're not out of line saying that at all. God, I'm making a right hash of this run. Like, really. Never interested in Street Fighter characters. Fair. No, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. Last time Jill was in canon in 2009. Yeah, with obviously a file mentioned in Revelations 2. Look at this. Look at these inventory shenanigans. Sucks so much at inventory management. God, at risk of sounding controversial and upsetting people, I get I do get the canon thing. Like I really do get it. The fact that she's not been in a canon game in terms of storyline since 2009, but in terms of impact on the timeline as a whole, we obviously got her in Revelations. She got her own starring game in a remake, albeit I know it's a remake and it's not a particularly well done one, but it was a great portrayal of Jill, and you know, she did get the lead in a game only last year, and I know it's not necessarily new in the timeline, but you know, I haven't seen Sherry. I keep knocking this fucking thing out my ear. I haven't seen Sherry since 2012, and I haven't even had an update in a file or anything like that yet. And I know people could turn around and say, yeah, but you know, you got her in remake too, but it's, come on, that's not the same Sherry we're talking about here. Theory shout out on the podcast. Jerry, welcome. Pushing Sherry. I will push Sherry. Resident Evil 6. Play it. Play it some more. Vince push. That's lost on me. Zero, I'm afraid. I'm going to assume that is a wrestling one. Right, what is in here? Because I'm just fucking hell. I've just been thinking. I've actually been very disingenuous to you guys, because I've been sort of meandering around trying to make it look like I know what I'm doing, when I've actually been stalling for time because I can't remember where the heart key is, and of course Sherry drops it in the upstairs corridor, and I didn't have enough inventory space to pick it up, so I've now got to go back that way. You were gonna say... Welcome, Jerry, by the way. I didn't give you a fair intro. Welcome. You know what we need? A Resident Evil MMO. That's what everybody thought RE Online was going to be back in 2000. People thought it was going to be like the EverQuest. It's 2002, sorry. People thought it was going to be the EverQuest equivalent of Resident Evil, and you're going to have the world to explore. I would feel worse for Jill, but honestly, I just don't like her after RE3. Oof. I think RE5 and the action games ruined her. Yeah. It was a good Jill in a bad remake. Yeah. That's... You're not wrong. Give me skill trees. You've got the closest thing to a skill tree in raid mode of Rev 2. Which is really good. Bring back Sheva. Yes, absolutely. That's absolutely Fringe, I think. Oh no, I picked up the key. Did I pick up the key? Oh my god. Sherry dropped this key, didn't she? Fuck. Keep. No, I've not. I've just fucking knocked the headphones out altogether. It's a nightmare. A press secretary. There was some shotgun shells in here though. Thank you, Happy. Thank you for reminding me. I've run out of the room with it without remembering that. Oh, what is that in the? Oh. I think it's supposed to be a brush and a bucket. Looks like the head of a brush. Imagine if an RE MMO had that. God, I'm at total loss. Where's the heart key, guys? Where is it? It absolutely is Mako's broom, yeah. Where is the fucking heart key in scenario B for Leon? I don't think that... Oh, you're joking. Is that door just unlocked? Have I literally been running around for like the last 20 minutes? Oh, fuck. That's a faux pas, isn't it? That is. Don't help him. You say that, Jerry. You say that, Jerry. Don't help him. But otherwise, we'd just be running. I'd have been looking for that key forever. Ugh. Apologies, folks. My brain sometimes is terrible. I'm probably addled with this, you know. I love your guided tour. That's basically what it's felt like, isn't it? It meandered about as well as a guided tour sometimes. How did Sonny get on, Jerry? I understand he had some technical issues. Not as bad as it could have been. It's always difficult when you. I mean, if anyone can remember from, you know, the Outbreak streams, trying to get things like the audio and stuff working, it's just a nightmare. Yeah, I do need a heart key. Fuck. Where? Where is it? So the only room I haven't explored in great detail is the other side of the interrogation room, but I don't think it's in there. I think it's only got a small key. Do you have any more plans to do different horror games like Clock Tower, Fatal Frame, Silent Hill, etc.? Interestingly, so before Village came out and we got sort of swept up in all the Village coverage, I was actually streaming, and I'm intending to get back to it, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on Tuesdays, and I'm, from what I understand, I'm not far off completing that. And then I was going to do a really old horror retro game called Undying on the PC, Clive Barker's Undying. There's nothing in here. There's just nothing. I've just literally wasted 2 fucking shotgun shells on nothing. So yeah, I was going to do Undying, and then after I've done that, because Undying's not a long game, that'll only be... That won't be many streams at all. I was actually probably going to do, because I've got it on Game Pass, I was going to try the Evil Within games 1 and 2, which I'll stream those. So yeah, it might be coming up soon. Evil Within. Jerry, thank you. I'm fairly certain there's no heart key for Leon B. There isn't, but shush. But, but how do I get down there, guys? You guys are fucking with me now. There isn't. I'm fairly certain there's no heart key for Leon. But the fucking door said a heart. Of course, fucking hell, of course. Dickhead. That's what I am. Colossal dickhead. I've missed an entire fucking area. Haven't I? Haven't I? Marvin. That's why I've still got that. Oh, what a complete moron I am going to go round. Absolute clown. What a clown. What an absolute mockery of this game I've just made. And the thing is, I've played this in all the scenario variations and everything well over 100 times now in my life, and it's just hilarious how things like that still happen. I don't know whether it's just down to the fact that, like, you're streaming and you're trying to be engaging and obviously speaking to you guys, and that you just, your brain just goes into sort of like this weird autopilot. You just can't remember things. The rep is still safe with us. Come on, these streams have been notoriously bad at times, and I'm multitasking. I really wish they sold the old GRE3 on Steam. Yeah. The biggest crime that the remakes have had is the kind of erasure of these titles, and like when the PlayStation 3 store does shut down once and for all, you won't actually be able to buy 2 and 3 anywhere. Nick on the that stream was a belter. That one, poor Nick. He forgot the card, didn't he? He forgot the card key, didn't he? Imagine getting to the other end of the train and forgetting you haven't brought the card key. McFluffins, hello, welcome. Does anyone know why Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles didn't get ported to the Xbox? It's probably just down to something silly like the PlayStation had the Move controllers and the Xbox only had Kinect. I would literally think it would have been as basic a decision as that. That's not entirely true, Mish. There's a lot of there is some classic RE3 art in there. There's the classic Nemesis, although I suppose you could say he's lifted from the Chronicles games and stuff. Yeah, you might be on something there actually. I'd need to go back and check my card gallery. Yeah, just thinking about that. Yeah. Yeah, I was literally thought that as I was saying it to you. That yeah, it's a classic Nemesis, but it could just be lifted from like the Chronicles. I left Marvin alive, didn't I? So he would be here. Alas, Marvin. Oh look, here's this elusive key. It's fine, happy. I made a total mess of that. Do you want a stream exclusive, Jerry? I'm going to stream Orc soon, from start to finish, both campaigns. There you go. That's something I bet some of you never thought would say. I know I've streamed Orc before, but they've generally been as a laugh and just through messing about when I've been, you know, having a drunk Saturday night. But I'm actually going to go through the whole thing. And it's going to be in the form of kind of like reappraising it in the wake of the remakes. Because one of the reasons why I always used to dismiss Orc was because it was geographically incorrect to the original games and things like that. It just used to annoy me. But since the remakes have come along and basically said fuck the original geography, fuck the original layouts, we'll just do our own thing, I think it's fair that you can reappraise Orc in many ways. I still think the game is clunky and broken to a fault. I don't think it plays particularly well at all. But in terms of like reimagining the world it's set in, I think it probably does. I think it's less offensive now. Things like Remake 3 exist, which were happy to change as much as they did without a care in the world. So it's going to be interesting. I did a sample of it on the PC the other day just to make sure it was working alright, and I did the Spec Ops level with Sherry in it. It was great to hear Erin Carhill, and this isn't just a Sherry thing again, but it's just great to hear a consistent voice actor play the character over 2 titles. And in certainly Sherry's case, it's interesting to hear the voice actor of adult Sherry reprise the role as the younger Sherry. Pie hats are wizard hats. I know that is one of the all-time belters on the podcast. That is the fact that it is an emoji, and I need to make it a tier 1 emoji as well. It's only fair. I can't hear a Sherry in my head. That's not Lisa. No, but Erin does a good job. I'd say unfortunately Laura Bailey has the kind of the weirdest one. I just don't think her voice really works for Sherry, unfortunately. I have to use another one here. I'm dallying. Chocolate Water 88, hello. New here, listen to the podcast for a long time, love it, keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Obviously we've got the new one, episode 71 is out today. Which is Alex Anil, CVX Freak, giving us a bit of an appraisal of how the series is doing in Japan at the minute, and as a shocker it's not doing very well at all. And we also discussed Infinite Darkness, so that one's new episode just came out today. When did Laura Bailey play Sherry in Dark Side Chronicles? Mish. Oh god, wait, it's burnt 3 ammo. Chronicles, I really don't get on with Dark Side Chronicles. Apologies if it's got some fans in the chat, but I can tolerate Umbrella Chronicles because at least in terms of like a basic light gun experience, it's not bad. But Dark Side Chronicles with that camera, and there's a not upscaled image. The camera is beyond trash. Do I know any rumours for RE9? Only the weird ones that were going around for the leak, which out of respect I won't say anything about them. Brian Irons is generally one of my favourite buddies of all time. Yep, great. I hate his character in Remake 2 though. I think not that Irons was ever a subtle character as such. It'd be wrong to say he's subtle, but this interpretation of Brian's had more subtleties about him that, well, I just don't even know what they were going for with Remake 2. Remind me, folks, next time I'm at a save room, let me do a traditional save, because I'm not convinced these save states are actually doing their job. So we could be on borrowed time here. GT wouldn't save, yeah, that's fine, but when you're streaming it's always disastrous. I mean, if anyone watched CVX Freak play it on the Digital Foundry one the other night, he nearly got stun locked to death with the roaches with Sherry. Pure miracle he got out of that. Ooh. Death, hello there, welcome. You just have to forgive this cutscene because it's something to do with how they it's the fact that it's loading in a new background for each pan up.
Sorry about that.
Tilt up.
When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
And what are you doing here?
I'm looking for some guy named Ben. He's one of those reporter types, always looking for a scoop. I heard he was locked up in the cell block, only there's a wrecked car barring the entrance. I've been trying to find another way inside. If we work together, we can move this thing. Give me a hand here, will you?
Just got an unexpected AFK, just 1 second, guys. Honestly, I don't know how some people do it. Some people can stream for literal hours with no interruptions at all. I feel like I get interruption every 20-30 minutes. It's ridiculous. Let's go. Gaiden is S tier. You did. I don't even think he got up out of his chair once, did he? It's ridiculous.
Ada, wait!
Please tell me I've got... I'm going to have to do this again. In fact, I'm going to have to do it twice. I can't miss the Tyrant file. Ada!
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up.
That is absolutely it, Mish, isn't it? Yeah.
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep here.
Is this the guy?
This is the...
You told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on, didn't you? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
I'm trying to find my boyfriend. His name's John. He was working for
Want me to beat him up, yeah.
Based in Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago. I heard a rumor that he's here in the
Glorious backstory to Ada and connecting with
I
RE1
don't
no
know
less.
anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
I have it right
Do you know
here,
who Dust
officer.
Column is? No, other than
But I'm not about to leave
You know.
the cell.
notorious for all the right or wrong reasons, depending on what your stance is. Leaker of RE
What
information.
was that?
Poor John
Like I
Gilbudget.
said, I'm not
What's a
leaving
hurry
this
one?
cell.
I don't know.
Get out of here before you lead it right to
Remind me to mention RE1 after this.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only cop left alive in this building.
What?
Look, if you want to live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
But do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a man.
I mean, the detail on Ben's N64 model is impressive, but it looks weird.
All right, I'm going.
Bye then. God, fucking hell, that Kendo mod. Why, my God, it is crazy funny. Ada was investigating the mansion. Yeah, I mean, God, Aiden, his name is, isn't he? He's done a very neat sort of what-if scenario if Ada was there, based on the Linda model from 1.5. It's pretty neat. Kendo model is just absolutely hilarious. It is genuinely laugh out loud funny in so many places. RE1 reminds you, yeah. So there is a Russian person who has put out a texture pack of RE1. I tried it the other night. It's not very good. It's just basically had all the backgrounds run through an upscale filter with no refinements or anything made, so it's really noisy. What the Russian modder has also done is they've stolen Gemini's classic Rebirth patch and put it in the same file and shipped it, and Gemini is obviously not very happy about it. So what I would do is, if anyone has got an interest in wanting to check out that, please don't get it, just out of sort of solidarity to Gemini, because he's trying to get it pulled, because obviously the backgrounds that are within that pack are not very good quality, and it hasn't had Gemini's approval, if you like, to include his Rebirth patch within the sort of executable package or whatever, the rare file that it's part of. So in a sense it's kind of been stolen from Gemini, and anyone who knows Gemini has known he's put a lot of his own time and effort into making the Rebirth patches as good as they are. So the fact that someone has just come along and stolen it, and I tell you, like, the Resident Evil series is notoriously bad for people just stealing content from other people. Really, really bad. So yeah, I feel sort of bad that I downloaded it to try it out when it wasn't. Not only was it not like the Seamless HD team, who I support endlessly, but that it's also been sort of done at the expense of all the sort of hard work Gemini's done is even worse. So a bit shitty. It's just, you know, from mods being stolen to fan art being taken and not credited properly to now Gemini's mod. I don't know whether other series IPs and whatnot in the world are as bad, but Resident Evil seems to have a real issue with other people's work being taken. It's just all we can do, really. Just try and always steer people in the right direction. I think Gemini's a hero. You know, Gemini is pretty much our only chance of ever getting the games released in some sort of GOG form, maybe on like the GOG store, because he's made the PC versions basically so you can just run them from an executable. And once the Seamless HD team can use their backgrounds with it, your definitive version of the classic trilogy is right there. Ada?
I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
I love that shrug. She just doesn't give a fuck.
It's a dead end.
You think we could get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
Ooh.
How cute. That little girl must have dropped this. I think I'll hold on to it for her.
You think Ada, with all her investigation, would know that that's William and Annette. Genuinely can't wait for RE1 HD. It looks great. It looks great. The Seamless HD team's version of RE1. Seeing those backgrounds. Oh, look at that! I was trying to. Ow, ow. Oh man! Diabolically bad. This is best Ada. The thing is, like, this version of Ada can just easily pass as a civilian. What the fuck she needs a trench coat for? Yeah, absolutely. God. Sorry. I was, but it was literally just doing that. Is that a thing? Do people do that? What did I miss? Me getting lost. I could not remember where the heart key was. But other than that, it's going okay. Oh my god! Apart from the fact that I've just done that, what am I doing? I think alcohol has claimed me early. I need to concentrate. Turns out the hard key was being guarded by Marvin, who was still a zombie in this scenario. How many cans of Stella have I had? No, I don't think I have. I want to say this is the end of my third, so really not many. Honestly, it's a late start today. It is but 10 in the UK. Didn't start, and yeah, so it didn't start till when we started the stream, which was just after 9 o'clock. So yeah. Going back weeks. No, I'm not one of those. Please, folks. I am not one of these streamers that have a literal garbage dump in their bedrooms. It's 10 considering late. No, I mean I'm quite nocturnal anyway. Happy, so I tend to be up till at least sort of midnight anyway. You can function very well on about 5 or 6 hours worth of sleep. But if I get interruptions from the boy, then it gets a bit brutal. Function on 4, that's good going. Asmongold.
Leon, can you hear me?
That's when you see.
Ada, did you find anything?
What time is it there? It is 10 PM here.
Think fast. Here's one more. Hey, I can't reach the ventilation hole. I'm going to have to find another way around. I'll catch up with you later.
What? Ada, wait!
Leon, come in. I found the girl, and I cleared the wreckage that was blocking the corridor.
Got it.
What other beers do you drink? Any really. I'm not a big sort of real ales person. I'm not too keen on like IPAs and cloudy bitters and things like that. But I mean, I can drink most lagers. I fucking hate Carling. I think Carling's diabolical. I don't even know how people can drink Carling. It's that bad a drink. Do I like wine? I don't like red. It's a bit too heavy for me. Red. It's like drinking red wine is like a meal. But white wine and rosé are okay. Guinness, I'm not the biggest fan of Guinness, but I can have it. Doesn't bother me. Quite a heavy drink. Oh God, a Kahlua and Coke, delicious. A Scotchman sometimes. Yep. God, what's the name of the last whiskey I had? It was a Scottish whiskey. Oh God, Talisker, is there one called Talisker or something? A Pinot Noir, no, that's not one for me. A White Russian. I love gin. Tanqueray number 10. Export sort of strength, but glorious. Oh, God. This is not going well. I literally reduced the danger by 2 fucking zombie dogs. I don't call them Cerberi, secondary infectants. Imagine how fucking bad the mansion must have stunk. Absolutely. July weather. It's become a new thing, actually, that people have started piecing together, like, when certain events happen in the series through what the visible weather is. Gin is like paint thinner. You just need a good tonic to go with it. Sound like a good elderflower tonic. Absolutely never have it neat, because it is brutal. Felt like I was shafted by the camera angle there. So one of my rules of thumb is I never bother with the ammo room in scenario A. I always leave it to the B player. Just one of those things. No, split him in half. Happy, yeah. Gin is deliberately designed for a mixer. Gin is not a neat drink because it's harsh. It's very harsh. Bombay Sapphire is lovely. Yeah, Bombay Sapphire is good, but you need, like I say, you need a good mixer. So a good elderflower mixer. God, what is it? Something Tree. That's one of the best sort of mixer brands. Japanese Dream's lovely. Japanese whiskey's really nice as well. I know a lot of people like Hibiki. I've never had it. It's pretty expensive from what I can remember. Fever Tree, that's it. Yeah, thank you. RE1 best game. I prefer RE1 to the remake, so you don't have to convince me. What's going on? Where have all these guys come from? With another split zombie. So what happens to him if I go into this room and come out? Will he be dead? RE1's basement theme might be the most effective piece of music. Yeah, it's great. All the music in this game is fantastic. They really smashed this game soundtrack wise out of the park. It's dead, is it? Wicked. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, these games are just not. This is why I'm burning through shotgun ammo, because already, look, you know, I'm already carrying with the Desert Eagle stashed in the chest. I've already got 24 Magnum rounds. We've got 26 shotgun shells, a full submachine gun, loads of handgun ammo. That's just, it's ridiculous. I'm actually ashamed I've burnt through as much health as I have so far. Time Splitters. Everybody used to play Time Splitters, and it just was a series that I never not wanted to play it, but it just sort of passed me by. It just never sort of came into my life at the right time, so I sort of missed Time Splitters. I used to know friends of mine who used to always have, like, you know, Time Splitters house parties where they just get, you know, everyone brought their pads around and, you know, had a massive session on Time Splitters. Night Watchman's Diary in this is kind of like the Itchy Tasty of RE2, yeah. Is it this one? Is it this one? August 11th. I finally had the chance to see blue skies for the first time in ages, but it did little to lift my spirits. I was reprimanded by the chief for neglecting my duties while I was up in the clock tower. There's only one thing I still don't understand. The chief seemed more concerned about the fact that I was up there rather than I was neglecting my duties. Why was access to the tower prohibited in the first place anyway? September 5th. I recently talked to the old man who works in the scrapyard out back. His name is Thomas. He's a very quiet man and really seems to enjoy chess. He even went as far to design a special key and lock engraved with the chess pieces on them for one of the doors in the disposal yard. We made plans to play chess tomorrow night. I can't help but wonder how good he is. One thing that's been bothering me about him is the way he's always scratching himself. Does he have some sort of skin disease, or is he just rude? Thomas was a much better player than I had imagined. I used to think of myself as a fairly decent player, but he did a pretty good job of humbling me. About the only thing I can imagine that could match his skills in chess is his appetite. All the guy did was talk about food throughout the entire game. He sounded fairly healthy, but he didn't look quite right. I wonder if he's okay. I was supposed to play another game of chess with Thomas, but we had to cancel because he hasn't been feeling so well. He stopped by to see me, but I told him to go back and rest since he literally looked like the Walking Dead. He insisted he was just fine, but I could tell he was really having problems. Come to think of it, I haven't been feeling too good myself lately. It's an NPC game, yeah, absolutely. The chess pieces, yeah, way better inclusion of the chess pieces. Than the remake. Ugly Scott came itchy. He still aced the night. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Smashed him at chess. Mate. As you can see here, this is a seamless HD background, but they haven't done the mask for this version. The mask is here, which is like a false part of the background to obscure the genuine background, which is obviously the broken wall from what's about to happen. Fucking camera angle, honestly. Shit must you be at chess. There's lots of people very terrible at chess. I think the biggest problem is people don't understand chess these days. I don't even think you have like chess clubs at school anymore, because people just aren't interested in it because it's not Fortnite. To call RE2 out, then there is a method. Oh mish, don't make me do this. Yeah, there is something that tells you the order. What the fuck? Okay, we're not going to go back there then. But I'm sure there's something in there that tells you the order. It uses the... I'm sure it uses like cards. Your ammo. Give it to me. There we go. I'll need to check Mish, but I'm sure there is a description in the room that helps that out. Wasn't there Raccoon City Fair around this time? There was the Big E concert, and there was Michael Warren's festival, which was today. Is it today? I'm sure it's on the 29th. Yeah, it's today's date, which was originally the Michael Warren festival. Do I like metal music? Not so much. I don't mind it. I don't mind all music, but I would say it's not my chosen genre. Let's say more EDM, much to the heartbreak of a few, I suppose. Mish, I would honestly just say that the Mr. X holding weapons is having ammo is literally just a gameplay mechanic. Ivan Raptor, hello, welcome. Yeah, I'm not one of these people that has to canon justify absolutely everything. Any real life grime? Yeah, I don't mind it. Listen to Radio 1, so they play quite a bit. Ivan, are you a pro chess player? I try to avoid long form canon at all costs. Well, there you go then. Absolutely. Need to get a new PC, really? Oh dear. That sounds serious. Fucking hell, 32 Magnum ammo now. Another diary, indeed, yeah, secretary one. We've covered all of them so many times. I'll read out the EX ones. Oh, just an upgrade. Yeah, I mean, this is this PC here is running a NVIDIA 1080 GTX. Ooh, you bastard! Which is obviously showing its age now, unfortunately. These lookers are having an absolute laugh. Look at this bloodborne tactic. It's not a tactic, it's just it's just barely scraping by, believe me. Mr. X's diary. It'd be hilarious, a BOW's diary. Which RE game would be your Desert Island game? This one. Absolutely this one. Ugh. Where am I going? Going this way, aren't I? Fuck off, Liquor. Yeah, I love RE1. RE1, obviously, I have a huge nostalgic draw to, but this one redefined what I thought games were capable of and things like that. And there's certain things about it that are like series high points for me, like the, you know, like the Birkin Hunk sequence, Leon and Claire in the Star's office, things like that. I'll never forget those moments ever. Animac, yeah, finished, left Radio 1 now. Sad times. Never thought she'd come up on a stream, so thank you. RE3 just has the most fun and polished gameplay, absolutely, yeah. N64, that's hilarious. I can change. I can do it. I can update it. Yeah, N54. That was actually a prototype console before the N64 came out. You're exclusively learning it right now, and that Resident Evil 2 remake was actually Resident Evil 2 OG was originally bound for the N54. I was sworn to keep that secret for as long as I lived, and now it's totally botched. What happened to Jill and Wesker? I could do the dust shoot, but I could and I should. And I will. But I'm going to develop this film. Just a moment. Now I'm going to go down that. I'm going to use that chute. But I made the effort of dragging myself to the you know, dragging that file, the photo file here, that I'm going to get it developed. We see the glorious upscale. Ooh. What's up in there? What's up in there? Here we go. Just lost the stream temporarily for a moment, so hopefully it didn't drop out for you guys. You can drop that only as Leon. Only as Leon. It's just a time-saving thing. Because Claire obviously doesn't need to go back down there. God, I dallied so much, and Claire is smarter than Leon. Yeah, I'd buy that. We'll actually bin that one off. May as well take that now so I don't forget. Call Leon more naive. Yeah, that's also fair. I played like a damn fiddle. Got glorious upscale. Super Tyrant already. Due to the accelerated metabolism relative to the earlier 00 series, this subject possesses exemplary regenerative capabilities. it's definitely something I'm going to approach. I'd love to do it. Zero and MGS1 stream. It's just like everything. It's time, and as you know, these streams have already fallen so far behind. But it is something I will get to at some point. If life allows me a regular streaming schedule, then definitely you will see MGS1. I love MGS, Mish. Yeah, I love them. Life finds a way. I wish life would find a way, but time is always just so limited, and I can't ever commit to a schedule because things are always changing every 5 minutes, and it's going to get increasingly more difficult as time goes on anyway to get in front of the PC and do more. Believe me, if I could, I would I'd stream all the time, but it just ain't happening, unfortunately. It's just the way. I'm going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. Let me give you a glimpse into my mind, Mish. If I was to tell you that, for me personally, and I've played all the games, all of them, even the non-canon ones like your Acids and your Ghost Babels and things like that, my favourite MGS game of all time, and I've just got to quickly just go for a minute. I'm just gonna leave this. I'm gonna drop this bombshell. Then I'll be 2 minutes. Then I'll be back. Is my favourite MGS game is MGS2. Snake Eater transcends all media. That's fair. MGS2, I just think is, I don't know. It's been almost. It was a glimpse into the future we didn't know was happening, like 20 years ago. It's frightening how so much of that game has come to pass, really, in terms of like information manipulation and social media and stuff. It's crazy how much of a prophet he was.
Get away! No!
Dan! Can you still hear me? Come on, answer!
Damn! I don't believe this. I almost got the story.
Ben.
Bitter irony. The chief of police, a co-conspirator. Get that scum. Make him pay.
Hang in there, Ben.
Leon.
Where are you going, Ada?
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
Ada, wait! Hey!
Leon, are you still there? We're leaving.
Are you crazy? The streets are still crawling with zombies.
It'll be all right, trust me. We found a way to the sewer. Follow us later.
Claire! Claire! Wait, wait! Man, why doesn't anyone ever listen to me?
Leon, chill out, man. Technology, the video game. My God, the first time you saw the rain effects, and I think most people were probably exposed to Sons of Liberty in the Zone of the Enders demo, which had, like, you know, good chunk, if not all, of the tanker section. But bloody hell, those water effects, the rain, just absolutely phenomenal. It's, yeah, I still think it's still, I think it's still reference quality rain, really. You know, everyone likes to talk about the ice cubes and stuff, and you know, absolutely. But there's so much more to it than just that. Hit the screen. Escorting Eva through the forest here, it's tricky. I just knock her out and drag her. Brilliant idea. I never thought of that. In all the times I've played MGS3, I've never thought to do that.
What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way now.
Man knew me. I was waiting for the inevitable Mish comment about Ada. You did not disappoint. Did not disappoint. Well, thank you. I like it when you get to this part of the game. You're pretty much there, aren't you? There's not that much left by this point. We'll not talk about the Phantom Pain. I like Ground Zeroes. I like the gameplay for the Phantom Pain, and if a very, very close friend of mine ever finishes writing it, he's got the most amazing write-up, and I've read parts of it. It's really good. That there is no Venom Snake. It's all Big Boss. And I know that theory's been bandied around, but the angle he's approaching it from is really awesome. And I beg him to finish writing it. It's a piece of extended writing. And the way he's described it makes Phantom Pain work a little bit better for me, because my biggest problem with that game was just how frankly terrible I found the twist. And his way of approaching it makes the entire game work a lot better for me. So fingers crossed he'll finish it one day, and I can, help share it with the world, because it really is something, to be honest. Dumpster fire of a narrative, yeah, absolutely.
Ada! Heads up!
Leon, that woman was... I have to talk to her.
And yet you said nothing when you picked up Sherry's pendant and saw a photo of her. Death Tube. Quiet was awesome. I hate her. Yeah. I think Stephanie's performance is great. I will say that.
Don't move.
I think her final scene is amazing.
I'm not mistaken. Identify yourself. Ada Wong. Ada Wong. I've heard that name before. Now I remember. One of the men from Chicago who came to assist the T-virus research used his girlfriend's name as his password.
Backstory.
And John, I believe. How did you know? Who are you? Annette Birkin. My husband is the man responsible for the creation of the T-virus. William Birkin. What? John's dead. He became one of those zombies. My condolences. And although I regret this, you will be joining him shortly. I won't let anyone take the T-virus away from you. T-virus? It's capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is precisely my husband, William. And it's all Umbrella's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him. Where did you get that? It looks exactly like the one I gave Sherry. She dropped it. I've been holding on to it for her.
Liar! Give it back to me!
It's a hell of a belt that Ada gives her. And obviously if Happy's still around, as soon as Ada's finished her shenanigans. Annette Birkin in this, played by Jennifer Dale, not Hale. Jennifer Dale also played Mystique in the X-Men 92 cartoon show. Jodie Foster. Hot take, I prefer Annette in Remake 2. That's fine. Obviously my meltdowns and whatnot have become almost infamous about how I dealt with the
Ada?
the announcement of RE2 and ultimately so 2R and its release and things like that. But I've come to terms with it over the years, and I have to appreciate, as much as I will always prefer this forever, I have to appreciate the fact that there are lots of people being introduced to this series on a daily basis, and their first experiences might well be the remakes. And I'm not going to take that away from anybody. I'm not going to gatekeep this series at all. If no matter what your entry point into enjoying Resident Evil is, if it's the remakes, that's fair enough. And so it's only natural that the discussions that are going to come up as a result of people introduced to the series from those remakes and things like that will be that they prefer aspects of them more, and that's cool. It doesn't bother me, not like it used to, like a few years ago when I was trashing it to pieces. It's not my MO anymore. I've matured quite a bit. Sonny, hello, welcome. Yes, I am streaming. Schedule cleared up. We're not doing RE7 as I did last time because I've been reminded that I still have to get this finished. So here we are. So I'm backtracking over here, guys, because I need Chris's report that is in the torture chamber of Irons. The fuck is this? Oh my god. Who put these in here? She's just a pawn of Apocalypse. It is, absolutely. Fringe Philosopher. Oh, thank you for the gift sub to Happy. Happy, welcome. You can now get the Stella Artois emotes. Welcome. Sonny, I was in the understanding that your stream went very well earlier. Well done. Some technical issues, but you're always going to have that when you juggling multiple people on stream. So well done. I need to sort those emotes out so they don't show the background. Is it Leon in the limestone cavern or whatever? I don't even think JC knows what fucking year it is. I think I've had to reinstall Outbreak something like 3 times through various like hard drive updates and things like that, and yet we still wait for him. Right, EX file, Chris's report. Let's go. Dear Chief, below is my account of what led up to the explosion of the mansions. This is N64 exclusive for people who don't know. On July 23rd, STAR's Bravo team, led by Captain Marini, went to investigate the bizarre homicides that occurred in the Arklay Mountains. After contact with the team's chopper was lost, STAR's Alpha team, led by Captain Wesker, went in. We found the remains of Bravo Team's helicopter on the ground, and after landing we were immediately attacked by bloodthirsty dogs. We later discovered that these dogs were actually zombie dogs. That's very bold, Chris, to write it exactly like that, as they did not even feel our gunfire. After Joseph Frost was killed, we were forced to retreat to a nearby mansion. After further investigating the mansion, we learned that it was actually a secret laboratory of Umbrella Inc. All researchers... Chris, you didn't even know fucking Umbrella until that day, and here you are talking about them like, you know, using the ink like you know all about them. All researchers were turned into zombies by some type of unknown virus. You read files which literally say it's the T-virus. We also discovered that Umbrella was using that lab as a test area for new bioorganic weapons. We found the dead bodies of some of the Bravo team members, all except Rebecca, including Enrico Marini, Kenneth Siller and Forrest Bayer and Richard Aitken. We believe that these bioorganic weapons caused their deaths. Even the one man shot through the chest. After that, we discovered that Captain Wesker was actually working with Umbrella, and that both Alpha and Bravo teams were being used as live test subjects for their bioorganic weapons. Wesker had betrayed us! We barely managed to survive that nightmare. However, since the mansion exploded, there is no evidence to support our claims of Umbrella's secret lab or the bioorganic weapons, apart from the evidence box that's right next to my desk in the STARS office. The zombie phenomenon that had been occurring in the city is extremely similar to the zombies we saw at the mansion. We suspect that Umbrella is somehow linked to all of this. In order to solve this mystery and put an end to the zombies that are roaming the city, I propose we launch a formal investigation into Umbrella. Thank you for your attention to this extremely important matter. Chris Redfield, STARS Alpha Team. The zombie phenomenon that has been occurring in the city is extremely similar to the zombies we saw. So it's interesting. Chris's file here indicates that before he left to Europe, they had been having some zombie phenomenons that had been occurring in the city. That's a layer of that file I'd never really noticed before. Actually, I will consult the Batman. Yeah, Jerry, we've already had Rebecca's file on Billy. It's Cohen spelt with a K. A Village Chris cosplay. I don't look like Chris. Fucking hell. You realise when I did those Code Veronica Chris cosplays, I was 9 stone wet through. I'm not like that now. Not with that attitude. I'm not a cosplayer, man. It's just not. It's not for me, unfortunately. I was in a very, very different part of my life when I did those Chris and Wesker photos. And a chunk up. Awesome Chris Village mod I saw earlier this week with the STARS outfit. I wouldn't necessarily, it suits the appearance of Chris in Village, but it was just neat to see it nonetheless. Tyres cosplays, there's some old ones, Mish, really, really fucking old ones. I'm carrying like shitloads of healing. Elliot Edward, I could pull that one off. I'd need to lose a bit of weight around the belly first though. GT and I are angry with each other. How do we make up? Look, if you've had a fallout with GT Paul, he's always incredibly amicable. Just whoever's fault it is, if it's your fault, drop an apology. If it's his fault, then I'm sure he'll come round and reach out. But knowing Paul like I do, he's very reasonable, so it won't be, you know, it won't be a long ordeal. Now it's got some dregs left, guys. I saw it, Sonny. I was able to drop in for about 5 minutes. Yeah, look neat. Operating instructions. Ooh, I was in the X-File. Fucking hell. That was an EX file. I nearly missed it. Orders for Special Agent Hunk are as follows. Penetrate Umbrella's research facility located... there's some good stuff in this. Located outside Raccoon City. Lowercase. Recover G-Virus sample from Dr. William Birkin. You are authorized to use any means necessary to secure this sample. Upon recovery, sample is to be delivered to... I've never been sure about this. Loire Village. Failure on the mission is not an option. French Division R&D Facility Head Manager Christine Henry. First introduced, I believe, was it the Biohazard 2 drama album? Or it might have even been something like North Sea. You know, the other audio manga novel thing. It's one of those rare cases where Christine Henry as a character was introduced in non-canon material first, and then they pulled her forward and brought her into the EX file, and it's now become canon. So it's a really interesting one, that one. It's quite neat. Reminder Nemesis is French, yep. Oh, I've missed the other pickup, haven't I? Les Stars. I want to see Nemesis with a baguette. The thing is, Jerry, you know the modding community. It's probably been done already. Raise your hand, chat. Who forgets about bringing a valve handle every single time? I know I'm not the only one. It's at this moment and everybody's wrong. They're like, fucking hell. Most people favour to reload because you've probably done one just before. Yeah, there is no water effect there actually. You know, I can't recall if there is anyway. Why the fuck isn't Christine Henry in Spencer's Notebook in RE5 as level 9 and 10? Absolutely. And this is what annoyed me about Remake 2, is the fact that you've got all these characters in the lore that you could pull from and include in you know, the files of Remake 2, and yet they create Wayne Lee for no other reason. Hopefully you got that inglorious. Wayne Lee, the hero we didn't know we needed. No Croc this time. Happy he was blowed up. Wayne Lee is one of the head researchers or whatever. I can't really remember because I don't play Remake 2 that much. Ada! Yeah, Wayne Lee is just one of the head researchers in... it's going to fucking pain me to say this. Nest. In Resident Evil 2 Remake. You find his corpse and you need his clearance to be able to progress.
This bullet wound isn't making things any easier.
Quiet, Leon. I'll patch you up. That's two, I believe.
Don't.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
I have to say though, I'm so glad Remake 2 generally just had to draw references like a game outside of RE2's lore. They could have been so fan servicey. Yeah. Rita was about it. Yeah, absolutely. What's the stationery for? You say stationery. Looking through his notes, just the EX files, yeah, making sure I haven't missed one because one was confusing me, and I really hoped I hadn't missed it. Oh, stood in the wrong place. Was at a point once in my life when, you know, I had no responsibilities and whatnot, you know, where I could remember all this off the top of my head, kind of like Batman can. Yeah, so it's a credit to him, but unfortunately now I need, you know, Wikipedia pages and printouts to be able to remember what I'm doing. The passage of time is a cruel master, everybody. Never forget that. Happy, you know the answer to that before you even have to ask it. A box logo killer. If Batman's YouTube channel is very small, but if you've ever checked it out, or if you know it exists, he's got, I think it's 5 or 6 episodes of Revelations 1 commentary. It's amongst some of the best RE lore videos you could ever watch, and I beg him to continue them all the time. It's just time, as with everything, it's time. But they are fabulous for understanding like the story and the lore of Revelations as you're seeing it unfold before you. It's amazing. Never found out, but can Ada or Sherry even die in these sections? I don't know. Actually, it's never happened to me. But I imagine it probably is possible. Where are we going, guys? Think of the Revelations videos that Batman did as the monologues he gets to go on every now and then, where he's discussing something to do with the series, like the RPD timeline, or the breakdown of the BSAA that he did in the most recent Village lorecast. It's just incredible. Yeah, Batman's quite enigmatic in terms of social media. He makes the occasional appearance on the Discord, but his lore knowledge is phenomenal. Obviously, he was one of the only one of us that was very, very lucky to get an interview with Eurogamer. 2 interviews with Eurogamer. They're well worth checking out as well. So, I'll just kill these guys. So, we're going to hail the marshalling yard, of course. So, I don't know whether I've mentioned it a couple of times, but the Seamless HD project team aren't done. That it's an ever working organic process, especially with them building up to the hopefully Source Next version. I got very privileged to have been sent the latest build by Kael a couple of months ago to test, and I did stream one part of it using the arrange mode. And I can't remember if I pointed out on the stream something I'd never noticed before when I was testing the pack for him, the most up-to-date version. This blood splatter here that you get on this angle. Ignore me. Ignore me. Just ignore me. In the latest build, disappeared. But yeah, it's here on this version, so just ignore me. That's a faux pas. I need to mention that to him, that it's in this build. It's very odd, because it was something he was surprised about when I mentioned it to him, and yet it's here. And we both acknowledged how we'd never noticed it before until the latest build, so it must have been an error. That's hilarious that I've just been fucking undone live on stream like that. Feel betrayed. They've snuck it into this fucking N64 build without telling me. Anyway, this is a beta background, as I've pointed out every time I stream this pack. No, Jerry, no, please. Why did I fucking reload the shotgun as well? I was trying to run the shotgun down so then I could upgrade it and get a full mag. Yeah, absolutely.
We finally arrived. There must be something hidden here.
Listen. Just listen to it. Sally Carhill, what a legend. Remember when hunters were here in this place, and the eliminators, and the spiders. I'm just going to drop a save because again I'm not trusting the save states 100% here. Thank you, Jerry. I've seen it. Don't think I haven't. Why do they give you so much magnum ammo? This is obscene. A save state is essentially, in emulation, a save state is, it's often assigned to a hotkey. So in most emulators, it's like F5 or something like that. It is essentially a snapshot of the game at that point. So it is a quick save in a sense, yeah. And in emulation you can resume as quick as possible. However, it can break some games because some games just, for whatever reason, are not designed to be quick saved. A lot of classic games it's absolutely fine. It's not a problem at all. And the funny thing is, the Series X Quick Resume is essentially doing save states for those games, which is why it sometimes breaks them. One moment. Yeah, as Jerry says, save states are they're generally considered a form of cheating in a lot of classic games. If anyone's played the Castlevania collection, that came out a while ago. That had... Oh no. Has the game audio gone for anybody else? Did the game audio just die for people? You can still hear it. That's because this friggin' thing just pops out again. There it is, Gloria's marshalling yard. Right, Resident Evil fans, answers on a postcard, please. Where's the fucking zero door? Sonny, do you want to take this one for the team, please? Where is the fucking door? In our hearts, that's the only place it is. Happy, believe me. That's actually a very clever response, Sonny. I can get behind that. So, EX file. Want ad. New positions available. Umbrella Inc. Raccoon Branch. Full-time. Includes benefits. Who are we? As the #1 pharmaceutical corporation in the world, we are constantly reaching for new ways to expand and grow. I feel like the fucking guy in the beginning of Remake 3, you know, the guy in the lab coat, is a terrible live action sequence. What are we looking for? We're looking for a healthy, dedicated, and single individuals of any race, religion, or sex. Positions available include sales, services, production, etc. Requirements: no experience needed, but you must have a clean bill of health. Overseas positions are available. Please note this on your application. Is this another exclusive file to this version, or have I missed it every time? No, it's N64 version exclusive only. You have not missed anything. I'm telling you, that nightmare scenario in Umbrella Chronicles, she was on the bed dreaming of RE0 Event 2. It's a way of selling it. Absolutely, that's why I said that's a good shout. Great set piece, though. Great set piece. Come on, who doesn't think this is the most amazing set piece? No scan lines either. It never happened. Fake. We made it up. Not this time. Help me, Jerry. You do manage to raise the ire of all these people, and I think you're the only person who's ever been timed out the most on Sunny's streams, certainly. All charges. You seen anything on the monitor you like yet, Ada?
Come on, let's go.
Look at that. Look at that as a camera angle. I'll just ask people again, since you're here. I'm going to literally aim up, and roughly where I'm aiming up is where the I can't believe this is still a thing. Where the elevator shaft that should be shooting up into the sky to go up to the management training facility. But where is it, people? Where's the elevator shaft? Where is the management training facility? Where? Jilly Coentine is still wondrous. Move out of the way, Ada. Fucking hell. Yeah, whoever's running the Jilly account is a very talented individual. I hope we find out who they are.
Ada! Ada! Can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it!
Except when they betray their comrades. More magnum bullets. The elevator shaft in the hallway to the RE, yeah, absolutely. Look at this, over 40 magnum rounds before the finale. It is just ridiculous. Music! Just caught me. Ow. That's not all she calls him, Sonny. Doesn't she call him a sexist, misogynistic dinosaur or something as well? That's from GoldenEye, that quote. Puppet Moreau account. Oh god, that of course is genius when you think back on it. Yeah, absolutely. Angie.
Welcome back. Hey, take it easy. We're inside Umbrella's secret lab. I'll go find something to treat that wound, so just rest here in the meantime.
But I'll only slow you down with these injuries. Go. Save yourself.
Is it just me, or does everybody always ignore what I say? I told
Yes.
you, it's my job to look after you.
But you'll be in danger if you stay with me. I know I've only known you for a short period of time, but I really enjoy being with you. I know I'm not capable of caring about anyone, but I don't want to lose you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
It's not Sonny because the cap isn't turned backwards. Sonny had that. Sonny had the cap turned backwards on his stream earlier. I saw it. And she's one of those PlayStation thingies. Let's just have a special shout out to the parents who've completely fucked up, like the Christmas plans in the Christmas coming up when their child says, "I'd like the new Xbox," and they buy the Xbox One because they've been completely fucking confused going into CEX or Game or wherever. That's the quote, yeah. I love GoldenEye. It was so good watching that again the other night. It's the first time I'd seen GoldenEye in, oh god, it must be easily 15 years. It really held up. It was a lot of fun. Enjoyed it very much. Don't forget though, we're not gamers, we're interactive entertainment enthusiasts. So did anyone have a moment the first time they played through Scenario B where they went, oh, I'll just quickly read this file, and then realised you fucked up? And now you've got poison IVs, enhanced liquors. I'm going the wrong way. Sonny, you said this the other day. I don't think it's biased at all to say GoldenEye is the best Bond film. I think you're absolutely valid in saying that. I think to a lot of people, certainly people more our age, GoldenEye will absolutely be their favourite Bond movie. And there's a lot of people with affinity to the title, obviously because of the N64 game, and that's no bad thing either. Would you say though, Mish, that's been soiled a little bit because of the later Bond movies? Because I think he had a harder edge in GoldenEye, certainly. He's definitely diluted in his later efforts. Robert Shaw as Red Grant, best Bond villain. Do you like Robert Davi? Casino, personally for me, Mish, Casino Royale's the best. And the interesting thing, I've a very rocky road with Casino Royale because I saw it at the cinema when it came out, and I remember giving it a solid 6 out of 10. I was really underwhelmed by it. And then in recent years, I've watched it on TV a few times and just started to realise how fucking brilliant Casino Royale is, and I actually think now it is actually the best. I think it's such a remarkably brave movie. I wonder how many I took out with that one. And hey, while we're talking Bond, I'm one of those people that thinks Timothy Dalton, and Sonny Bar's going to say it before I've got a chance to. It annoys me to see Daniel Craig get all the accolades that I felt Timothy Dalton had done 20 years beforehand. Oh, you know, Daniel Craig's a darker, more heavy, more realistic Bond. Well, no, Timothy Dalton was that, you know, in 1987, whatever it was. Oh, you know, Casino Royale. It's harder. It's edgier. It's more violent. No, License to Kill was the most violent James Bond movie by far for its time. You know, sometimes I'll watch License to Kill and I actually can't believe how violent it is for a James Bond movie. It's more of like, you know, a harder, you know, Die Hard or you know, traditional 80s actioner than it is a James Bond movie. You know, when your opening of your movie is a guy getting his heart cut out off screen, and then within like 15 minutes Felix being fed to a fucking shark, you know you're in quite rough territory. Living Daylights is a great song, Mish, by the way. But both Timothy Dalton's movies had great songs. Great movies. License to Kill gets far too hard a rap by the community for it. Just go crazy. We don't need to bother with a flamethrower, and we can use the Epsilon gas this time. And God, I can't remember. Come on, for fuck's sake, where did it? Well, it's not even here. Benicio getting minced and the other guy getting his head exploded via decompression. That's raw. This shotgun is ridiculous. You know, for the sake of 2 shells coming into this room, you get 14 back. So it's always worth doing. We've been saying, haven't we, about doing movie nights for so long, and I think it's just a case of, it's a little bit like those Red Letter Media things, which we've still not finished. We've still got Revenge of the Sith to do. It's a case of just getting everybody sat down at the same time and doing it. But, you know, I hear you, absolutely. Did you do that via like a Discord thing then, Happy? Did one of you just stream it to the other? Because it works really well. You know, when we've done it before, it's... You know, it has worked exceptionally well. Ugh. of course, yeah, the Netflix version of Degeneration, for people who aren't aware at the minute, doesn't have the English version on, so you have to watch the Japanese with English subs. It's weird. I don't know why they've done it like that. Why the English version isn't available. Very odd. Run past the item box. No, Alison I'm out. Yeah, Degeneration has a great performance by Alison. But Leon as a character isn't a problem in Degeneration because of Paul Mercer. Or Paul Mercier, sorry. It's due to how stunted and how terrible the animation is. For some reason, Leon is a static object in nearly every single cutscene, and I don't know why. It's really weird. Oh, I forgot the fucking hell. Sorry. But we can now bin off this for good. The question arises, is there a confirmation that Green Liquor was an ultimate form of its... Well, I need Batman for questions like that. From my personal interpretation, the enhanced liquors are engineered, yeah. They took the accident of the Raccoon City T-virus. I'm hesitant to use the term V-Act because I know people have issues with just using that. But yeah, they basically acknowledged the fact that a crazy mutation had happened in the RPD, and obviously the first time it's named liquor as in the operation reports, and then as a result were able to engineer it in this lab. Can't believe I missed a couple of shots there. But that's why. I remember last time I tried to find this file, I struggled like hell, didn't I? I was running around for... Here it is. Okay, one of the penultimate EX file. Big one, this. Big one. Mother Virus report. Progenitor, if you will. I'm going to say progenitor. The progenitor virus was first discovered by Oswald E. Spencer. Because at the time, you have to appreciate, this is 1999. This is the end of 1999. This was, to the video game fans, this man's, Oswald E. Spencer, this was his first appearance in an actual game. Obviously we had things like the true story behind Biohazard and things like that, which mentioned him, but for the game players, for the people who weren't involved in the lore and the supplement material, generally people in the West, we had no idea who Spencer was. This was the first time, like, this man was getting dropped name-wise in a big way, and obviously he would be such a massive character in the series, and he was in an EX file first before he appeared ultimately in Code Veronica. Because how did Billy know about the mother virus and that kind of thing? The mother virus was first discovered by Oswald E. Spencer, and it was him who founded Umbrella Inc. after speaking with Mother Miranda. As time passed, Spencer's research was succeeded by Dr. James Marcus. However, Dr. Marcus abused his power and had to be fired. Very nice. Following Dr. Marcus came Dr. William Birkin. Dr. Birkin's experiments delivered many outstanding results, including the T-virus. It is presumed that he will be finishing work on the more powerful G-virus in the near future. Currently, research on the progenitor virus takes place in our laboratories all over the world. In the near future, we hope to discover many new viruses. It's very basic, but it gives you enough. And dare I say, the Trevor Mansion, absolutely. I don't even think we said Arclay Mansion, to be honest, and we certainly didn't say Trevor Mansion, because obviously Trevor was used in the the true story behind Biohazard and stuff. But again, Trevor didn't make his. I think Trevor's first appearance in canon was in Code Veronica. In the, I think it's Alexander's memo or diary, where he talks about the Antarctic main hall being made in reference to the mansion developed by the great Lord Trevor or something. The late Lord Trevor was the first mention of George Trevor in the series, because all the Trevor's diaries were cut from RE1 before it was released. Oh, fucking hell, it doesn't usually take this many shots. I do not recall this nonsense. There we go. Do you think I'd do it again? Seriously? Yeah, that was a genuine mistake. have someone mod the N64 version files, but C and Billy's last name, but yeah, have the removed from any reference at all. Well, in a sense, that is what Rebecca is doing within that file. Is she's removing him from the equation. So really, you should be all for that file, theoretically. So yes, there's a quirky change in the N64 version, everybody. The password is changed from guest to nemesis. And then I went to Nemesis, and I can't believe that was so close to happening. That seems bonkers. I wonder if you ever did get a haircut. He loves those locks, and you know it. I'd have a great mullet. Do it! We'll go there in a minute. Ah, motherfucker. Do I actually have to come in here at any point at all? I guess not. Right. So, I'm going to make you wait. Back in 1 minute. Okay, so for people unaware, the N64 version obviously did have its own various selection of changes and additions. Well, this is one of the more notable ones. Primogenitor, absolutely. Remake Jerry. I'm not gonna get fucked over by a liquor. So we'll get the extra submachine mag. There we go. So, an addition to the N64 version is we have a hunter corpse in Resident Evil 2. Rebecca actually compromises Billy by writing about him at all. No one... Yeah, well... yeah, okay. Yeah, he could have just disappeared, I guess. But how is Hunter in RE2? It was being experimented on in this room. It's a neat. I mean, it's like an actual modified corpse because it has a gaping wound in its chest. I mean, I'm just going to reload the background. to make sure that liquor's not there. This was definitely added for the so it has its own blood splatter, and it has a gaping abdomen wound, which obviously the liquor doesn't do. So this is actually a unique model to this version of the game. Absolutely. So it's very quirky. That blood is out. I mean, the emulation doesn't help, in all honesty. Anyway, final file. This is the final EX file. I can bin my notes now. MA121 progress report. Funny how it's file 2 of 16, even though it's the last one you get. As a result of the scheduled product improvement plans for the MA120 production of the latest multi-purpose BOW, MA121 has been completed. Although the Hunter has been demonstrating high performance, exceeding expectations as a BOW in the interest of producing improved products with high levels of usability and enhanced power, Hunter R and its additional enhanced BOWs are currently under development. There shall be no shortage of practical applications for current products under development. William Birkin. That's it. There is yo N64 files. All done. Happy Jesus, 9 in the morning. Yeah, of course it will be. Thinking about it, because it's just gone midnight over here. I'm tired. A 3-year-old will probably be up any minute now. Let me just check. Looks all good. It's power room key, not master key. Morning so bad. A few days later, Raccoon City would be bombed. It's September 29th now, and Raccoon's gone October 1st, so it's not even that.
You
Couple of days at most.
murdered my husband. I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-Virus, didn't you? Take it from me. This is my husband's legacy. Now, where's that spy you were working with earlier? You know who I'm talking about.
What?
You really don't know anything, do you? You're so gullible. She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-Virus.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to get information about Umbrella.
That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
If you don't want to believe it, I don't really care. You're about to die anyway.
No, takes more shots now with the enhanced one than he did. There we go. Lost my earphone again. Definitely need a better setup than this. Kendo mod is absolute perfection. So if you've not tried it, make sure. If you can't try it yourself, at least just watch like Sunny's video of it, because it's a belter. It's so much more funnier. Oh, excuse me. It's so much more funnier than the way we can describe it now. Trust me. Incredible.
Run!
Ada! Ada!
How does Ada survive that in any way? Like, literally, that entire console and unit crushes under her weight. She would be reduced to a liquefied skeleton before that machinery broke underneath her.
Leon, please, escape.
No. We're a team. I can't just leave you behind.
I'm just a woman who fell in love with you. Nothing more.
Ada. No.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
I will always remember you. Goodbye, Ada.
You mean the self-destruct music, Mish? Yeah, we all did. Oh, one more kiss. Oh wow.
Leon, you made it.
Claire? Is that you? Where are you?
I can see you on the monitor. But never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second! What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
Hello? Claire, are you there? Claire!
The security office?
As was revealed on the Digital Foundry stream as well, that they did the other night with Alex, RE2 N64 version is the only version that actually has the soundtrack reworked for surround sound, which I never knew. That's really impressive. THX. Oh fucking hell. Oh my god, I can't remember where this fucking thing is. Is it on the next corpse down in B4 or is it on Ada's? Fucking hell. I fucking hate this variation. This scenario just does not flow. Neither Claire A nor Leon B. Leon A and Claire B is a beautifully butter smooth, refined version of this fucking story. And this game has you backtracking and going all over the place. Oh. It is the heart key all over again. I'm tired, Jerry. I'm tired. I'm tired. Hey Jay, hello mate. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, we're still here. Look, I missed the fucking master key. I was running around without it. Complete and utter balls up, man. I had a frankly terrible stream, thanks largely to the master key. Nearly there, mate. The closing stages now. And given I always miss the first rocket launcher shot on stream, I'm sure it'll happen tonight. Brilliant. It's beautiful. Thanks, Happy. Cheers. Yeah, they always go like this. I can't honestly remember the streams that have gone well, to be honest. It's not. It's gone 9 a.m. It's like 9:20 a.m. in Australia. This is insane. Here we go.
Sherry, I've come to get you out of here. Claire is waiting for you.
Kookaburras. What about Kurabara? Kurabara. Three-man gorilla stance. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry nailed it. I need to put some bullets in between my fingers like that. Just bought a Stella. Good man. We're nearly there. Grab onto Raiden's crotch. Oh my god,
Claire should be back soon.
what is the Raiden lookalike called in Snake Eater? I can't remember. Rykov, that's it. Yeah, General Rykov, is it? It's hilarious. Major Rykov, is it? Fucking hell, so funny. I didn't ride Danovich Rykov, that's hilarious. Fucking Kojima, man. Absolute clown, isn't he? That scene, the you'll pay for hurting Ivan sequence is still absolutely brutal for a video game beating. It's one of the most visceral, nastiest scenes, and I know gaming has come on a long way since Snake Eater, but that's still one of the most sort of violent and hard-hitting moments. It's absolutely brutal. I seem to remember reading about like why MGS cutscenes still hold up versus some games, and apparently it's because Kojima doesn't use pure one-to-one motion capture. Like, they base the performances around the motion capture and then artistically add animations or whatever, and that's what allows them to stand the test of time a little bit, because you know certain like one-to-one mocap games, they look stunted and awkward even though they're directly motion captured, and it's almost like Kojima adds a little bit of artistic license to them, and that's why they, for some weird reason, seem to age better than one-to-one mocapped cutscenes. Any mini female character is as good as the boss, yeah. She's ace, isn't she? Here we go. Best music ever. No, bad start, bad start. Oof. Poor Leon got clipped. Ooh. 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 We struggle with Leon compared to Claire with this. I don't know whether the movement speeds are any different, but just generally always have struggled more doing this as Leon than I do with Claire.
Here, use this. Ada, is that you? Ada!
Will the gods be merciful today? Yes.
Game over.
So I honestly don't know what the right or wrong answer is for that, but I've seen a lot of people always take in like a horde of ammunition and everything like that. Same with the tyrant battle at the end of RE1. I don't take anything in. I just try and dodge the tyrant as best I can. Build up your healing items. You don't even need to fight him. Just survive like 90 seconds. I honestly don't know whether like fighting him speeds up the process, but that's just always the way I've done it, to be honest. This is Project 64. It's the only one that I think can use that could swap out the textures. It's not perfect emulation. You've seen the on-screen glitches and stuff that happen when the resolution changes. So, although I was during the N64 Digital Foundry retro stream that they did a couple of nights ago, Carsey actually got in touch with the guys there and says if you actually turn the N64 expansion pack, like take it out, you don't get resolution changes, which for emulation gives you a smoother experience. So it's interesting. It doesn't need to come this way. Weird. Right, here we go. If you brought the submachine gun with you, the Birkin battle is comical. As long as you've saved one rocket launcher round, of course, or missile, rocket, whatever you want to call it. It worked!
She's unconscious.
I have the antidote. If I give it to her.
Claire, what's happening?
Not now. Come on, Cherry, wake up. Wake up. Please wake up. Claire? Where am I?
It worked!
Oh, Sherry. You're gonna be okay. Thanks, Claire.
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
That's Claire's compassion, Happy. Come on.
Goodbye, Ada.
Not tonight, Jerry. Fucking hell. It's remarkable. You've got nearly 4 hours. Can't do another 6 on top of that.
What was that?
Warning,
So if you saved yourself a rocket,
outbreak imminent. The emergency
don't bring in your
system
arsenal of
activated.
machine gun. Like, you know, enhanced shotguns, Desert Eagles.
What's wrong?
I don't know. The door won't open.
One rocket. Stand at the door, turn around, hold fire until the end. That's your final boss, right there. So yeah, the N64 version does have... It uses the analog, but unless you actually change it to... I don't know whether you can do it in-game. So yeah, it has tank controls. So even if you use the analog on an N64 controller, it will give you... basic tank controls if you use the analog stick. However... if you use type C, as here, it will give you, I think, yeah, you can do on the, so this basically is, whatever the camera angle is, will you turn in the direction. So anyone familiar with like Remake HD or Zero HD, with the new control style, like, what is it called, alternate control style, classic, normal, alternate, you can do this. Like that. Anyway, we best finish this game. So yeah, that was a very, very early thing. Obviously, Outbreak did it as well. You could use the analog stick in Outbreak. I was worried I was going too happy, I won't lie. It would have been a massive faux pas.
Claire! Stop the train!
I can't. The door to the control room is locked. Claire? What is it? Stay back. This is not good. Leon, where are you?
Wonderful.
Sherry? What are you doing? We have to stop the train, right? I can do it. But come and get me. I'm right here. Which one's the right switch? Maybe this one?
Sherry!
Leon! Ah! Hold on.
Push the switch over there!
Got it! Finally, the exit.
Are you alright?
I'm okay.
Where's Claire? Claire? Claire!
Right here. Claire! I guess we all know. That thing just won't quit. Come on, we have to get out of here. Run! So, it's finally over. Sherry, you look terrible. No worse than you, Claire.
Come on, time to leave.
Now? What's wrong? Is something following us?
We have to go. We don't have any time to waste.
Go? Where?
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
And obviously, no rock track. And if anything, I remember the emulation's glitched here, so you don't even get the credits. So yeah, that is it. That's the N64 version. We did it. We got all the EX files. Job done. This is, and we'll get back to RE7 next time. So thank you for joining me, everybody. Thank you for this Saturday evening. Little does Claire know she'll run into Steve Mother Flipping Burnside in 2 months, and her life is changed forever. Nice to get back to doing a bit of this. Like I say, I can only apologise. I just don't get a chance to very much anymore, and it's always nice to get back to it. Streaming as without anything is momentum, and as long as you can keep the momentum up, then it builds and builds and builds. And the problem is, you know, we do a little bit and then I abandon it for 2 or 3 months, and everything we built up just dissipates, and 3 hours 40 is a sloppy time. I'm surprised I get a B, to be honest. Yeah, it's not the best time, that. Hopefully I should get randomizer unlocked. Your reward, you will receive less more, use a special weapon. Box, do we get randomizer? Come on. Yes. So we've got a randomizer. I might stream that in the future then. I've never played RE2 N64 with the randomizer on, so I might try that. It'll be really interesting. Because obviously that is a very sort of unique feature to the N64. So awesome, N64 version, seamless HD. We've done it finally after months and months and months. Finally completed this this playthrough. I'm not going to go on a long-winded sort of closing out thing. I will just say thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for the subscribes and the couple of follows that we got tonight. If I can continue with doing this, then absolutely I will. I'm going to try and get the Fallen Order streams back up and running so I can get that finished. And then RE7 is obviously the next thing we're working on with regards to the series. Orc streams coming in the meantime. Have a great rest of the weekend. Thanks everybody for staying up. Thank you Box Logo Killer for sort of joining us tonight. It was excellent. Happy, thank you for staying up till the godforsaken hours. I mean, it's your new day now. What's the point in even going to bed? Just live through it and take care of everybody else. Have a good one. Thank you all. Bye bye.